Ijeoma ONWUKEME again, and this is Basic 5 Physical and Health Education. Okay, the topic is what? Safe age for reproduction. Okay, just remember what reproduction is. Okay, it is still the process of producing young ones, right? When you produce young ones of the same kind. Remember, we saw that in our basic science, right? Okay, it's still applicable. It is still the same reproduction, right? You are producing the younger ones, right? And younger ones of the same kind. A human being will give birth to a human being, okay? A human being will not give birth to chicken, right? So that's why we say when you produce young ones of the same kind, that is what we call what? Reproduction. Now, talking about reproduction, there's what we call a safe age for reproduction. What is that safe age? As you are now, are you ready for reproduction? Is your age a safe age? No. Reproduction, it is not for you. It's not for teenagers. It's not for adolescents, okay? Now, it is for what? Adults that are ready for marriage. Adults after marriage. When we're talking about the safe age for reproduction, we say it is what? 21 years and above. As at that time, you are ready for what? Parenthood. Remember what parenthood means? The state of being a parent, right? The state of being mommy, daddy. If you're not ready for that parenthood, you are not ready for reproduction. So it's not really all about you wanting to be there. We have a stipulated age, 21 years and above, and that period we say it is what? Adulthood afterwards, marriage. That is when you are safe to engage in what? Reproduction. Okay, so reproduction is not for you. Reproduction is not for those at the secondary. Reproduction is treated for what? Adults. Okay, that's why we say that there is time for everything, and for reproduction there is time for reproduction, and we say that that is what the safe age for reproduction. Okay, I say what happens during safe age? During safe age, you get married, and when you get married, what happens? You are to have one sexual partner. And when you have one sexual partner, we say that your sexual behavior is a responsible one, because we have responsible sexual behavior and irresponsible sexual behavior. Responsible sexual behavior simply says that you, as a married man or woman, you're going to have one sexual partner. So when a married man or woman has another sexual partner, it is said to be what? Irresponsible sexual behavior. So we are talking about married people, right? We are not talking about primary school children. We are not talking about secondary school students. We are not talking about tertiary undergraduates. We are referring to married people. Okay? I know you watch them in the movies. Yes, so we are here to tell you that reproduction is for those that are qualified for it. Who are those? When is the right time for reproduction? It is what? 21 years and above. And adults, that is what? Marriage. And when you marry, what the responsible sexual behavior states what? You should have one sexual partner. When you have more than one sexual partner, it has become what? Irresponsible sexual behavior. Okay, in our country, Nigeria, when you engage children underage like you are in sexual activities, it's a crime. Yeah, it is punishable under the law. So you don't engage in it. I'm sure you must have heard about it in the news or wherever, mainly the northern part of the country or some of the parts of the world. for, they still engage in it, but it is wrong because you are not safe. Even your reproductive organ, they are not yet set for it. When you engage a child in it, it has become what? Child abuse. If you engage in reproduction or sexual activities, it can become child abuse. So it is not for you. Don't even think about it, okay? Now, we've talked about irresponsible sexual behavior, right? You say when you have more than one sexual partner, and when you as a teenager or a pupil or a student go to engage in sexual activities, it has become what? Irresponsible sexual behavior. Now, because you are not qualified, it is not for you, you engage in it, what will happen? It will lead to, that is the consequences now, it will lead to what? Unwanted pregnancy. Okay, let's look at the consequences now. We have one, unwanted pregnancy. You know what pregnancy means, right? And when you have unwanted pregnancy, because you don't want it, you begin to look for a way to terminate the pregnancy, right? Now you see your friends will be advising you do this, do that, and that process is abortion, right? You are trying to kill the baby. Okay, that's another consequence of what? Irresponsible sexual behavior. So I am writing what? Abortion. Now you know that when you engage in this, you have already killed somebody, right? So that will bring in death again. Death of unborn child, right? Is an offense, is it not? Such a person has killed, right? And then there's another death that could occur. Yes. So many cases, when you go for abortion, you die in the process. So that's a girl child that is indulging in abortion could as well die. So meaning that there could be death of the pregnant teenager. Are we following? Okay? And so some person will be saying, God forbid, right? Please don't ever engage in it. You might be wondering, why are we teaching you at this stage in life? Knowledge, they say, is power, and that is why we are here. Not just to teach you intellectually, we are also interested in your behaviors, your characters, and that is why we are teaching you the right thing to do and the thing that you are not supposed to do, right? Okay, so you don't indulge in sexual activities at this stage. It is not for you. We've talked about the safe age, right? That is the safe time, and until you become an adult and get into marriage, sexual activities, they are not for you. Okay, if you go into it, you have seen now unwanted pregnancy. Do you want it? No. Abortion, do you want it? No. Death of the unborn child, would you like to be a murderer? No. And how about death of the pregnant teenager? It's not a good sign, right? Do you want to die? No. So don't indulge in sexual activities. Now there are other things that could occur. You still remember this? Your STDs. You met them in basic science, right? Okay, now these are sexually transmitted what? Diseases. Okay, now this could also be contracted. Sexually transmitted diseases. And I'm sure you don't want to contract any disease, right? And so by that, you are not expected to indulge in this irresponsible sexual behavior. Once you do, you see the things you contract, right? So it is not your portion, you don't indulge in them, right? Okay, there are so many other things. What about the stigma that you're walking on the road and they'll be saying, ah, look at her, she has put to bed. Look at, yes, even the school will drop you. If you're a student and you get pregnant, the school will drop you. So we talk about, another one is what? Drop out from school. You become a dropout. Aside being a dropout, the school could what? Expel you. That's expulsion. Would you like that? Okay. So there are so many of them, so many consequences, and don't even think about it. It is not for you. It's not a good sign. You know, as I have mentioned, we need sexually transmitted diseases. There are so many. That's where we have the HIV, you have the AIDS, you have the gonorrhea, and so many of them. Even the one that, because you are not fit for it, your reproductive organs have not matured. and you go in for this irresponsible sexual behavior. Some persons, after that experience, you will see them as they are walking, urine will be coming out uncontrollably. Is another condition on its own, and it's not a good sight. So there are so many things that will happen to you when you indulge in irresponsible sexual behavior. So don't think about it, and it should not come to you, right? Okay, so remember we talked about the topic is safe age for reproduction. And what is that safe age? Adulthood, when you marry. When you become an adult and marry, you're safe for reproduction, right? I'm talking about the age. We said 21 years and above, you are fit to indulge in reproductive activities. So we say that for the married ones, that sex is for their sexual partner, they should have one. And when they have just one sexual partner, that is called what? Responsible sexual behavior. And when the sexual partner is more than one, it has become irresponsible sexual behavior. And irresponsible sexual behavior is not just restricted to the married ones that have more than one sexual behavior. This is where you also find the teenagers that go to indulge in what? Sexual activities. I'm talking about the consequences. There are so many. You have children outside wedlock, outside your family. Outside that we have, that's what we call unwanted pregnancy. Then you have children outside your marriage, and then there will be what we call abortion. In the process that you want to save your shame, you want to save yourself from the crowd, you might go for abortion, and it's not a good one because there could be death of the unborn child and also death of the pregnant girl child, right? We have STDs. You could contract diseases in the process, right? We've talked about them. The HIV, AIDS, gonorrhea, syphilis, and the one I told you about, VVF. Now, you could actually drop out from school. That your mommy might not want to take you again to school, right? Because you have become a disappointment to them. Would you like to be a disappointment to mommy and daddy? No, I know you wouldn't want to, so you will not do it, right? Now, there could be what we call expulsion. Of course, the school will ask you to drop because they wouldn't be proud of your attitude. So that is that. You treat the class work I've given you and submit to me. Thank you.